Now let us understand what is a program management framework. Okay, framework. Now framework is a boundary. Okay, a framework is a boundary as in the, a beautiful boundary outside, outside boundary, which is, within which the design of anything is made. Now, for example, uh, just a minute. Yeah. For example, if I click my photo, I'm just trying to explain the meaning of the word framework to you. Now, for example, if I click a photo, so my photo, yeah, my photo will always have a boundary. Now, right now, both you and me are, in front of our laptops or mobile, whatever, however you may have joined. Now I have logged in from my laptop. Okay, my laptop has a boundary, this is my screen, outermost screen. Okay, I'm able to see all the content, whatever on my screen only within that boundary. Okay, so framework in a way is a boundary. Now, if you are able to see me, my camera is on, and if you are able to see me, you can only see me in one small square, isn't it? A small square. So I am visible only in these boundaries. Okay, so my face is visible only in this, within this, inside this square. So, okay, so please understand, framework is nothing but a boundary. Okay, outside which you don't go. So when I say framework of something, that means within that square, okay, you are considering everything. So let us go back. I wanted to make it more clear, and that's why. Yes. Yeah. Now we are going to check on what is a program management framework. Now carefully see this diagram. On the x-axis, there is a timeline. And on the y-axis, there are activities. Okay. The horizontal one is called as an x-axis. That is called as we are considering the timeline over here. And the vertical one is a y-axis, and there are activities. Okay. Now, what is a program manager? Okay, a program manager, vision, aims and objectives, scope, design, approach, resource management, responsibilities, benefits realization. And then in that program, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 projects. Okay, now what happens? See, what is a program management framework? Now, let me open all the points and then we start the, I'm so sorry. Oh. Yes. Okay. Okay. So what is a program management framework? A focus on delivering significant organizational change or benefits. Okay. It is a focus on delivering significant organizational change or benefits, greater control through visibility of all projects in the program, and understanding of project dependencies, clearly defined roles and responsibilities, a single line of communication to the steering committee or sponsor, optimized use of resources across projects, ability to leverage economies of scale and maximize value, management of risk across related projects, and mechanisms for measuring benefit realization. Okay, so what does it mean? See, you are a program manager. Okay, each one of you consider yourself as a program manager. What are you handling? You are handling 5 projects. Okay, so you are a program manager and you have 5 projects under you. Okay, so all these 5 projects together are is equal to your program, which means 5 project managers are reporting to you. Okay, you are thus responsible for the combination or compilation, or rather alignment. Let us call this an alignment. You are thus responsible for the alignment of these 5 projects which are going on. Do these projects have anything in common? Yes, they are dependent. They are interdependent on each other. These projects are interdependent on each other. That's why they are forming a program, and you are a program manager, and there are 5 different project managers. Okay, what is over here? There is the vision of your organization. There are aims and objectives. There is scope. There is design. There is approach. There is resource management. There are responsibilities and there are benefits and realization. Okay. Now, very important, you have to understand what is a framework. Now, framework means as a program manager, you are going to work, okay, on each project by looking as this, as you know, as a parameter. You are going to say judge or rather evaluate, okay, every project on the basis of whether it is aligning to the vision of your company or not. Number one, what are the specific aims and objectives of this project? What is the scope of this project? What is the design of this project? Okay, that means, you know, how is it designed? That means how is it planned and how is it going to be executed? Okay, then what is the approach of this project? Okay, what is the approach of this project? Is it more customer oriented? Is it more market oriented? Is it more investment oriented? Is it more returns oriented? Okay, is it more sustainability oriented? That is called as a approach. What is, how many resources each project is consuming? What are the resources the project is consuming? Okay, now resource management is very important because resource is largely linked with the cost. Okay, so optimized use of resources across the projects. What does that mean? That if I consider one resource, okay, let's consider human resource. That means I have say I have three I would say machinists. Okay, three machine operators. For example, I have three machine operators, and I have three machine operators, but I have 5 projects going on. Which means I am expected to use these 3 machine operators for all these 5 projects. Is it possible? No. So what should I be doing? I should hire 2 more machine operators. Only then the strength of 5 will be used for these 5 projects together. Site supervisor, for example, I am into construction company and 5 projects simultaneously are going on. So in that big township, residential project, okay, then shopping center, then medical facility, medical say hospital, like this 5 projects, small projects are going on, big small projects are going on. Then site supervisor, can one site supervisor be sufficient to overlook all these 5 projects inside the township? No. So I would require 5, at least 3 and maximum 5 site supervisors. So likewise, me as a program manager has to be very well aware of what resources are required for each of these projects. Certain projects are resource demanding. They demand a lot of resource. Some projects are labor intensive projects. That means huge labor is required. Some projects are capital intensive projects. That means huge amount of finance and money is required. So basically, what are the resources which are required, and how do I optimize the these resources across the projects? Okay, then responsibilities. What are the responsibilities? Now, of course, I have 5 different project managers. Definitely, I can't have 2 project managers looking after 5 projects. Wrong. So I have 5 project managers, but then what are the responsibilities? Now remember, I may have a strength of 20 people, okay, and 5 projects going on. So I may, I just now talked about human resources. So responsibilities, okay, what are the responsibilities of my people, of my say project team members? So what is the responsibility of every project manager? Okay, how big team he has, what is the responsibility of his team members, and benefits realization. Very, very important. What is every project going to give? What benefits is every project giving to the organization? Okay, sometimes some projects are smaller in size or scope rather, but they give very large benefits. I'll tell you a simple example. Say there is a small, there is a small town, okay, just nearby a big city in a country. Imaginary example again. There is a one big metro city, and just a few kilometers, ahead of that big city, big metro city, metro town, there is a small, township, or just a small village, or small city, small town. Okay, but the people there realize that, oh, there is no good medical facility, there is no hospital in that particular town. So they request the government to, build a well equipped hospital in their town. You know, uh, the number of people living in that town may be less, but the hospital, the project of a hospital is going to give a large benefit to that small town. So basically, remember, sometimes the project scope, okay, or utility is so big. Okay, utility is very big. So out of these 5 projects, realize the benefits. Which project is going to give maximum benefits, right? So your program management framework should be such where you are clubbing, okay, you are joining or you are clubbing such projects, okay, which are not only interdependent, but which have a extremely good compatibility with each other, which have extremely good compatibility, okay, which are complementary, which are complementing each other. Very important. All these projects, each of all these projects must complement each other. Okay, complement each other. They should be dependent on each other. Okay, they should say, appreciate each other. That means they should make, they should say, what the benefit of project 1 should be enjoyed by project 2. Then benefit of project 1 plus 2 should be availed by project 3. So that way, it should be an addition. Okay, it should be a multiplication of the benefits, and that's what the program management framework is. Single line of communication to the steering committee or sponsor, very very important. Single line of communication, that means any of these project managers has any issue or any concern, he should be going to the program manager, and program manager should also have a line of communication whereby if he may have any query, any challenge, he also must have a management representative whom he approaches to. So according to me, this point is very important, a single line of communication to the steering committee. Okay, management of risk across related projects, very important. Again, risk management is a big problem, big problem, big issue in projects, and all of you must be aware that risks are should be managed. You cannot say that, oh, I will have a zero risk project. That is just impossible. So if you know that some risks are going to be there for your project, the important consideration or realization is very important. Realization is, how do you manage the risks across the projects? For example, how can you lower the risk? How can you control the risk? How can you compensate, if the risk causes any damage? So all this together is called as a program management approach. Because remember, very importantly, second time I'm telling, every project is not going to be of the same strength. Okay, the strength of every project is going to be different. Okay, but then that's why they need to be complementary. That's why they need to complement each other. Okay, 4 stages within the framework. Okay, 4 stages within the framework. Number 1, again, this is an explanation of all this, but let me quickly take it. Program management stage mapping. Stage 1, okay, 4 stages within the framework. Program identification, that is vision, aims, objectives, scope. Stage 2, design, approach, resource management responsibilities. Stage 3, program delivery. And stage 4 is program closure. Okay, let us see what it is. Stage 1, what are we discussing here? We are discussing 4 stages within the framework. Okay, what are the 4 stages within the framework? This is what we are trying to understand. Okay, program identification. It involves strategic decision making to determine the organization's direction, followed by identifying programs aligned with these strategies. Each program is documented, specifying the business case, strategic alignment, scope, and graded benefits. The program manager assesses success based on these grades, recognizing that 20% of program typically delivers 80% of benefits. Okay, extremely important statement. Extremely important statement. Okay, so in stage 1, they have said program identification, vision, aims, and objectives, and scope. Okay, it is strongly believed. What was the sentence which I said just few seconds back, that all the projects will have a different strength. Okay, all the projects will have a different strength. Okay, these projects are interlinked with each other, but they do not have the same strength. All right, so it is believed that when you start, or the first stage in the program management is the program manager should assess the success based on these grades. He must understand that 20% of program typically delivers 80% of the benefit. Okay, that means the combination of projects which are brought together in a program should be such that just 20% of the total number of projects should be so strong that they give you the 80% of benefits. Okay, so remember, align or join such projects, okay, which are interlinked with each other, but out of these aligned projects, there must be at least 20% of projects. So if you are joining, or if you are coordinating or aligning 5 projects together, okay, you must understand that at least 2 projects must be so strong that they are giving you 80% of benefits. So that's why, see, it's like it's like a relay race. All of you understand relay race, right? That there are players, and there are 4 players in a relay race. The first runner starts the race. Okay, first runner starts the race. As he runs, the second runner is just ready. Okay, this first runner gives that running, that is what is it, that stick to the second runner. The second runner runs faster, okay, faster than the first runner. He goes and gives the same stick to the third runner. The third runner is even more faster than the second runner. He runs and gives the stick to the fourth runner. Fourth runner is the last final runner, and he has to be the fastest. So the fourth runner is the fastest, who runs and finishes, or runs to the finishing line and wins and helps to win the race. So are all 4 runners equally fast? No. The first was fast, then little faster, much faster, and fastest. Similarly, when you design a program, whatever projects you have inside it, see to it that 20% of projects have the strength of giving 80% of benefits. 80% of benefits. Okay? Then comes program planning. It focuses on designing the program by defining objectives, agreeing on approaches, roles, responsibilities. So project priorities are established and comprehensive project planning is completed. Adequate resource identification for early and later projects is crucial during this stage. What does it mean? In program planning, you have to prioritize the projects. Okay, so which projects are going to be faster, or which projects are expected to proceed faster. Okay, so projects are supposed to be scheduled in such a manner that they don't waste the time. Program delivery, it involves project managers executing identified projects while the program manager monitors the progress. The program manager ensures that the program stays aligned with the overall objectives. And last, program closure. Okay, it concludes the program's finite life once it achieves its defined business objectives. So the program manager demonstrates the benefits realization to the steering committee, and a final task includes reviewing the entire program. Fine. So basically, let me come back to the to our main screen and just come in the meeting. I will again go for a PowerPoint live because then I'm able to see all of you. Okay, by the time I reshared my screen once again, just honestly tell me, are we going in the right direction? Am I making sense? Am I making sense?
Yes, you are making sense. You're getting you.
Thank you so much. Okay. Can someone help me with their experience? I mean, how it has been, how has it been for you as a project managers? And have you ever worked on multiple projects, or are you familiar with the program management approach? Any one of you? Yes, please. Is anyone familiar with the program management approach? Have you ever linked or worked on linking the projects? Have you ever worked on the program management framework? Just a second. Huh? Okay. Okay. Now, what did I try to tell you just now? I tried to tell you these are the 4 stages within the framework. Stage 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So I just tried to tell you what should be the approach of program management. First of all, you identify the programs, you plan the program. Okay. Then you work on the delivery of the program, and then you close the program. But inside all these 4 stages, there is a lot of rigorous task involved, because program is made up of number of projects. Okay, number of projects which are interlinked with each other. And when you consider a program, that means you are considering everything, all the details of all the projects. Okay, that's why these 4 stages are very, very important. Okay, now very important is what program management is not. Okay, very important for us to understand what program management is not. Handling the day-to-day, minute of a single project and its tasks. Handling the day-to-day tasks of project is not a program management. It doesn't mean program management. Choosing, prioritizing, ensuring all projects and programs make sense for the company's objectives is not program management. Selecting right products at the right time is not program management. Focusing on project execution is not program management. Tracking and reporting on specific project constraints also is not program management. Okay, so program management, doing all this is not a part of program. It doesn't mean program management. As a part of program management, yeah, you can focus on execution of the projects, each of these projects with the help of the project manager. Okay, you are a program manager and you have 5 projects going on inside that program. So as a part of program management, yes, you can focus on project execution, focusing, because you already have project managers for all these 5 projects. So you can, as a part of the as a program manager, you can focus on execution. Okay, you can say track, and sometimes at times report, or just think or work on the specific project constraints. Okay, try and address some project constraints with the help of project manager. That is okay, but then these are some tasks or some I would say, some routine or rituals in program management. Okay, but program management on a whole is a, is an approach which is undertaken by an organization, okay, by interlinking projects which have similarities within them, and when you are interlinking the project, okay, to have a program management approach, it is very important to have a qualified and experienced and knowledgeable program manager, okay, who is able to control the all the projects in that program, okay, who is capable of identifying good project managers for each project, who is capable of having a good knowledge, conceptual knowledge of each project, and who is also capable of understanding how the alignment of the project should be done. That means which project should begin first, okay, which project should be followed by after the first project. So all this is a task, all this is a task of a program manager. Okay, I just want you to read this as an example, so I will not of course read the slide, but this I thought I must give you. Now let us understand that, say for example, we are in a large scale construction company, okay, we are working in a construction company, and we want to have a program management, that program management approach. So what do we do? See, there is a infrastructure development project, there is a residential zone construction project, there is a commercial zone development project, green space and park construction project, public transport and system implementation project, waste management system setup project, and communities facilities establishment project. Okay, try and understand what I'm saying. I'm saying that we are working in a large scale construction company. Okay, for example, in our company, in our organization, there are these 5 projects going on. Okay, project on infrastructure, residential zone, commercial zone, whatever, these 7. Now how do we interrelate these? These projects are interrelated because the success of each project impacts the others. All right. For example, number 1, delays in infrastructure development could postpone the construction of residential and commercial zones, which would subsequently delay the implementation of the public transport system and other community facilities. Therefore, effective program management ensures coordination and alignment across all these interrelated projects to achieve the overall program objectives efficiently. Okay, this is just something simple I've tried to give you. I would request everybody to just read it once again afterwards.